All right, let's roll through this right quick. We have an amazing opportunity to do a side scroller, right? So just something that's different. Um, when you have game engines, you'll actually see the more complexity of where you can like put these things at. On this one, I mean, you kind of get an idea of it, but let's just keep it simple because code.org is simple and it's here for us to learn. All right, so this is what we're doing. Every time you press up, it's going to jump. If it hits the I don't know how I'm supposed to get all the way up here though. Then obviously the score goes up. If it hits this, then obviously it dies. I don't know what's up. Maybe mushrooms. Maybe. I don't know. So let's see how this works. So this is our basic code. So this is what they want you to do. They want you to go ahead and draw all this stuff. I'm going to do it for you because I don't want you to get confused. So let's get these rectangles. I mean, I'm so serious. Let's see. Background color. I don't know what color was it. What was the background color? I don't know. Maybe it was like a blue or something. Gray, blue, whatever. Let's do blue. Oh, that's so terrible. Maybe it was a light blue. I would probably never do a background. I just want to throw it out there. Like but I know why they're doing it. So one of the cool things, they already have your health already done. We are going to need this for the score. Again, we'll go to this. So again, here's our whatever. They're going to want us to go ahead and put a rectangle because we don't have a ground. So draw a ground, so get a rectangle. Again, I would probably never do this. Normal time you go to set animation, you go up here, and you grab a background, right? That's realistic. But let's do it for your teacher's sake because you're not going to blame it on me. All right, so get a rectangle, put it right here, and then we're going to go ahead and drop it down here. So I think that point was somewhere at 300 or something like that. Was it 3? All right, so Y at 300. And after that, this is at 100, so we got to go bring it over to 0. Everything's coming back to normal. All right, now we just got to go ahead and the first one is the width. So let's change that to 400. All right, I think we have our block. Now, I mean, you can keep the ground that way. If you want it brown, you can make it brown. Let's put a fill color on there and then just type in the word brown. And I think it should pop up. All right, so boom. That is not brown. Ugh, all right, get some green grass then. It's terrible. All right, come on, we gotta stay focused. All right, so here we go. Now, let's put it at 350 because I feel like it's gonna probably get back in. All right, so boom, there we go. That's the ground, beautiful. All right, so next thing they want us to do after we have our amazing background is to go ahead and create this sprite. We need a fly, and we also need the target that's going. So where we put this at? So we got create the sprite. So let's go get our sprites in there. So again, var, set animation, and this right here will be for our frog. That'll be our main character. Paste that in there, right? And get our frog. So let's see if our frog show up. We have a frog. I don't know why our frog is acting that way. Oh, because of this. All right. So again, we have our frog. All right. Now, what we need to do is get our, let's copy this, paste it twice. So Control C, Control V, Control V. And we need a fly and we need a mushroom. All right. And here's our fly and our mushroom. All right, pretty easy stuff. I don't think they want us to do the velocity yet, so we're gonna take it step by step. All right, and they said after that, we created, let's make sure all of them work the way they need to work. Oh, send animation to a fly and then set that to a mushroom. All right, we got everything. All right, now they want us to set them basically off the screen, and they want us to set the velocity for it. All right, so how do you do that? So basically, we're going to put this at a number that's bigger. So let's give them both a velocity X. So velocity X for our fly. For time. Oh yeah, we gotta speed this up. All right, and then a velocity X for our mushroom. All right, because I'm trying to keep this underneath a certain amount of time. All right, and then we're gonna, because it's going backwards, so because it's a positive, it's gonna be a negative number. So -3 and -3. All right. All right, and now let's just reset it so it can work. Perfect. And let's get this off the screen. So right now it's set at 200. Let's put it like at 1,000 for our fly. And let's put it at 1,000, 500 or 1,500, right? And so you'll see why I'm doing this. And so boom, eventually you'll see it come across there, and here they start coming. All right. And so that gives the appearance to the fact that one, they're pushed off the screen. Again, another software, you're going to see exactly where you're going to locate these at. They actually have this thing called a spawner, which is really cool. All right. I think that's all they want us to do. And just for time purposes, let's take this and put it where it needs to be at. So right now we need to put this over here at this 350. So let's go ahead and we're going to have to bring it up a little bit. So let's take the X location, our Y location, put it at 300. I'm pretty sure it's big. I'm pretty sure that's how big it is. Let's drop a little bit further. Let's do 310. Right into this. Let's do 320. Boom, perfect. And let's just bring it back over here. So let's put that at 50. One cool thing about this, we're only messing with one block of code, which is which will be our jumping up and down. All right. And for all those people who don't like that, let's just change that to 60. Right. And so that's our setup. Take a moment. If you need to pause the video, pause it. So we can get this mini one. All right. Now, we're going to have to loop this eventually. I don't think they want this right now. So player control. Pretty good stuff. Oh, they want the velocity over here. I mean, sorry. Our velocity X is going down here. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. All right. So in this case, they wanted to go ahead, when we key up, we wanted to come up. And so let's test this out. So we'll get our control. And we gotta figure out, oh, here it is. They wanted to jump up. So you have to press up. All right, so boom. So key down, up. Let's give it just a velocity X. And this is for the frog. And again, it's going up, so let's give it a negative number. All right. So again, if I press up right now, then it's gonna go up. Probably go up too much. All right. Now, what they said is that we need to add a condition that basically, once he gets to basically the top of where we want to jump, we needed to come back down. So how do you do that? So basically, you go get another if statement. And you want to go ahead and say if, here's the greater, right? So if the sprite Y is greater than, let's just say, it's a good 300, 130, sorry. 130, then we want to kick it back down. So put our frog, and we wanted to get a different number, right? So get our frog, and we want to kick it down by 5. All right, let's test it out. So we press, oh, hold on. If the frog is greater. Oh, actually, it'll be a less than. So let's change it. I'm going to use a quick way to do it. All right, let's try it now. So we go up, and it comes back down. Perfect. Now, the problem is we need it to stop. How do we do that? So there should be one where if the player touches basically the screen, needs to do something. So again, get our control, put it there. And then again, if now we want this to stop, so let's get our greater. So if the frog, we get our sprite first of all. Let's get our sprite first. and then we want it to be at 3. Then we want the velocity of the frog, y, to go to 0. I mean, that's basically, really, legitly, that's it. All right, let's test this out. Let's see how it works. All right, so we press up, kicks us back down. It should stop us. Perfect. See if we can jump again. Oh yeah, this thing is looking good, looking great. All right, so we met all these conditions of basically making sure it jumps. All right, now the next thing we need to do. Next thing we need to do is to go ahead and get this, get the obstacles going the right way so they loop. And so we gotta go ahead and make a condition for the sprite. So how do we do that? We go down here, find where we need the loop at. Here's the loop. So we need 1 for it. So it's the same type of thing. So again, here's an if statement. Let's go ahead and drag those in here, right? And in this case, we're targeting the fact that if it's less than something, we wanted to push it back. So, well, what are we doing? So we're going to say if the sprite X of, in this case, is going to be the fly. In this case, it would be the mushroom. Is less than, let's just say, a -10, right? Then what happens is we're going to go ahead and set the X position back to a certain degree. So right now I'm just going to do a slow number so you can see how this works. All right, so here we go. In the case, I'm about to boost the speed up, or probably not take to 1,000. All right, here we go. Here's a fly. So once it gets past -10, you're gonna see this loop right here. So that's what we need. That's what you need to see. And so you'll keep seeing this loop over and over, boop, and you'll see this loop. It'll go over and over. Again, I'm probably put the number down, but I just want to make sure you understand that's basically what's going on. We're doing the same thing for the mushroom. Again, this number can be whatever, depending on what you're trying to get. I'm gonna put 600 on this one. All right, and so these are the loops. Let me go up here and change these numbers because that will take you a while unless you jack up the speed. And then you probably won't have no problem. All right. So here we go, and then boom, and boom. All right. Now, the only thing else we need to do, we got to set this mushroom because right now that thing is kind of going a little bit of wacky. It's getting a little wacky. So let's get our mushroom Y position to the same as the frog. So 3, 2, and then boom, we should have everything looking the way it needs to look. Perfect. All right. Now, next thing they want us to do, it's only 20 minutes. I am so sorry, y'all. All right, so the next one they want us to do at this point, if it's touching, they want a decrease of the health. If it's touching the fly, they want it to increase. It's so simple, okay? So one thing that's not displaying is a score. So the easiest way to do this, highlight this, right? Because we need this. Make sure it's underneath the underneath this whole draw function and paste it. All right, and we're just gonna take this and move it up here. And now, where you have the word health, we're gonna type the word in score, right? We need a score, right? Let's go up here, and they put score at lowercase. And the reason why I'm doing that is because when we go and target this, we gotta make sure it's a lowercase. I think I might have jumped, but it's okay. All right, the last thing we need to do is look at the variable. So right now, this is about 70 basically from each other. So let's put one at 10. We're moving this to 10 and change that to 80. Keep stuff consistent. Let's run it. And now, boom, you see that we have a score now. So it's that simple. All right, now one thing that we don't have is the interaction with this score. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So with this interaction right here, they want the health to come down and the score to go up. Pretty easy stuff. We've seen this before in a previous lesson. So if the regular is touching, again, we do this. I'm gonna copy this right quick. Yeah, let me copy it. No. Let's just go ahead and do this. So if the frog is touching the fly in this case, mushroom. If the frog is touching, I'm just grabbing a mushroom right quick. Right, we want the score to go down. How do we do that? Go to variable. It's this one right here. We want to type in the word health, right? Because that's the variable that we're targeting, and we're going to get a minus sign because we need this health to go down. So boom, health, and let's give it 1. Right, we're going to copy this, paste it. It's the same exact code for the fly. So in the case that it's touching the fly, we just want the score to go up. So again, change that to score. And in this case, I'm press a little bit quicker. I'm just going to change this. Let me show you how to do it the right way. It's not that hard. Just get a plus. That's it. Again, type in score and add 1. All right. Now let's see what happens. So in this case, again, touch this one. Right, you see our score going crazy, but again, we're going to show you how to get that where it needs to look at. All right, so we got all that stuff. They touch in, they're doing great. I think they got that part. I don't know if they're going to do it. They don't do it. We have to reset it. Let's see what the next one they want. Right under 20 minutes. All right, so in this case, they told us to add a scoreboard. We did that already, and let's go ahead. There's only one thing that we got to do is reset this fly when it's touching it. So let's just keep it simple. So every time we get a fly, we want it to act like it's disappearing. So let's get our fly and let's just push it back to where it's at. So in this case, give it a number like 500. All right. Now I want to say that when they did the fly, this is one thing. So boom, see how we get that score? Again, you can get all right. Now, one of the things about the fly was the fact that it was going in different locations. So let's go get that. Let's target that too. Maybe they said I just probably misconstrued it. And so what are we going to do? Give it a random number because we need to set it in between something. All right. And so here's our random number. And we're going to put it basically as far as it goes up and the smallest it go down. So the closer to the ground is 320. So we know that's the bottom of it. And then the high is, we already did that code already, is 130. So our fly will stay in this area so we can actually get it. If it's too big, then there's only where we can reach the fly. So boom, we get this fly one time, boop. Boop. Oh, that's tricky. What do we do? Get the fly. All right. That's so good. All right. That's a good game. All right. Now, we have basically the whole code, right? And so again, you're probably gonna ask, so this is basically a step-by-step on how to do a side scroll. Again, I'm gonna have to wrap it up on this. Now, they do have other features you could probably add to it, but for right now, I think that we're gonna leave it that way. So again, this is our beautiful side scroll. If you have any questions, comments, drop it. I'll be so excited to help you. With that being said, you have been serving me. Great.